banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First and 10, it's Levis. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, Levis. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Levis looking to move them around a bit. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. Sly able to put this one through. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Richardson to throw off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on third. Richardson looking to throw this. That is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Richardson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
He'll buy some time right. Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Well, he bought as much time as he could there, but eventually his clock expired.
It certainly did, because they were bootlegging him out of the pocket. And I think he had some indecision as whether to run or throw. And that indecision, it wound up costing him in a big way.
On second down, they'll run it here. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Levis looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Levis sets up to throw here. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They work now on 2nd and 9. Levis back to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Levis. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Levis. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Steps away to his left. Okakwo holds it in left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Sly able to put this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
There he goes left side. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 19-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Levis on 3rd down. Here's a diving catch right side. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Levis to throw it. Dancing to his left. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. And Richardson back to throw it. This is Fant on the short completion. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Back to throw, it's Levis. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And Levis going back to the air. Eluding the pressure right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Titans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A final shot before the half. Richardson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On second down, a run with Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Off play action. Richardson. Going up top. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that takes us from second to third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
One more time with Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Richardson to throw. Touchdown, Colts! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Steps away. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will have the Titans 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Levis's throw on target to Godwin here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Will Levis keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Titans take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it got his man complete. A big play there for Indy. 52 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. The offense on third down tonight. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw brought in by Bellinger. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 5. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Does it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They go play action with Richardson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Richardson off the play fake. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Indy. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Meanwhile, Richardson's throw into the hands of Fan. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Now Richardson rolling to his right. And outbounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Richardson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Josh Downs, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. 86 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games,